Hi there, in this quick video we'll be taking a look at this Baseus 100 watt cable with a display on it. So I'm getting this thingy because normally I had, let me show you, cables from Huawei, from Samsung and who knows what, and chargers from Huawei, Samsung, but now we kind of have a weird assortment of phones and other devices in our house, and I couldn't find anything that could properly charge all of them at maximum speed. So for this I bought this particular Huawei supercharger. This is the model number right here. That's up to 65 watts and can do Huawei, Samsung and any other power delivery capable devices out there. But for that I needed a beefier charger. These things are rated at 5 amps, but basically they can barely do, at least this particular one from Huawei, that's I will link the video in the description. It's kind of a 2-in-1 with Type-C and micro USB. It cannot even do the 40 watts. I do have other 5 amp rated cables at home, but those barely do 40 watts. So I cannot put more than that through them. It will just not work. So I needed this thingy, and when I saw that it actually has a display, it was no-brainer. I can directly see how quick a particular device is charging. So some more info on it. So thickened cores, zinc alloy joints, okay. And it's also quite decent in speed transfer, because these 5 amp rated cables are lowest of low, although for 80 megabits per second. Wait a second, isn't this USB 2? Well, yeah, it's USB 2, so it's exactly like the others. So in terms of data transfer, yeah, it's actually slow. I don't know why it seemed faster, but nope, it's not. So there's that. Oh well, but at least I do need this thing only for charging, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I think I actually need to search for a Baseus high-speed data transfer cable and buy one of those also. But for that I will not care for the charging capability of the cable, because if you want a cable that also charges really fast and also is really fast in data transfer, be prepared to fork out a lot of money. And it's the 100 meter. Oh, I don't think I need a 100 meter cable. 100 centimeter cable, because that's what I needed. I don't need a longer cable than that. Let's get it out of this thing and see how thick it actually is. And first impression, it's actually not that thick, which for me is great. Perfect. Yeah, it has this velcro on it if you want to keep it tight in here. Obviously it can be opened up. Maybe I'm not at the right end. I'm not at the right end. That's why I cannot open it up. Decent velcro. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Hopefully it's removable. There are some that are removable and some that are not. But first, let's peel off the protection plastic from this. Both ends have it. Yes, both ends have it. This feels like metal. It's cold to the touch. This also nicely braided, although I'm not a huge fan of braided cables, but in this case it seems decent. And again, for the thickness, yeah, it's decent in my opinion. Let's remove this. This is a pain in the behind to remove, but I guess they needed something quite tough because this is, I don't know, polished looking, so it would scratch easily. Weirdly enough, mine does have a bit of discoloring right in this area. It's like some of the glue from the display seeped out and did something in there, but it seems to be coming off, so that's perfect. And at this other end, it literally stuck to the metal itself. I will still remove it obviously, but it will be harder, much harder. If anybody from Baseus is watching this, or Baseus, not sure how to pronounce it, yeah, this is a hot mess. Protection plastics are meant to be much easier peeled than this. I think I need to put some alcohol on it, but not now. For the sake of just a quick test, I don't care. I will do that later. And yes, just as I hoped, this is fully removable. So it can come out from the cable, which will be done in my situation. I don't need this. I'm using the full meter of the cable. Remember, there might be some papers in this. If you want to read them, here it is. Probably this is Chinese. And as always, these things are, I think, as always, I'm saying as always, but I think at least once or twice I've seen stickers in boxes from Baseus products, which is actually quite cool. My daughters will like them. And I'm charging the Samsung at 32 watts. Normally the maximum it knows is 45 watts. But it depends a lot on the state of charge of the battery, on the internal temperature of the battery. And yeah, I will tell you if I ever see more than this or not on the Samsung. And the Huawei is supercharging. Let's see to what it will rise. Yeah, it's quite low at the moment. It seems it has a different behavior compared to the Samsung. It starts low and then really slowly rises. Samsung rises in incremental steps, but quite quick ones. 23 watts. And then it backs down a little bit. I'm quite curious to when my tester will arrive to test the accuracy of this reading in here and try with different cables and see if I can get more than this cable can provide. But most likely not. Plugged in. We are using this because this can power this thing up, so the Baseus cable is not connected to anything. Let's read it. 20 volt 5 amp cable, USB 2.0 obviously. And another test. So this is showing about 20 watts and this is showing about 19 watts. In real life we do not see this. It's because of the frame rate. So considering the losses in this thing, this is bang on. Really nice job, Baseus. And that's about it. So this Baseus cable is really nice. It seems it's quite accurate, and together with this U-green little adapter that can turn it into a micro USB, so I can charge everything that I have inside the house, and this Huawei supercharger that knows all major protocols. That's about it. This is the way to go, honestly, at least for our house. So that's about it. A cable that's rated at more. If you don't have devices that draw more, not really. The difference will be absolutely minimum. Just the voltage might be a bit higher because it's dropping less from more copper, but the difference is so small that it really doesn't matter. If you don't need more than 100 watts, stick with this. You don't want something even thicker for no particular good reason. And yeah, that's about it. Speed, just USB 2, but this is mostly a charger cable, and the fact that it shows you the charging speed, charging power in reality, it's actually quite nice. And I find myself looking at it and I realize, hey, my phone is almost finished charging. When I check the phone, yeah, it's almost finished charging, because I saw that instead of drawing 30 watts, it's just drawing 5 watts or something like that. So yeah, that's about it. Hope this video helps you, in which case, please give it a like. Again, this cable seems really good quality, zero issues with it up until now. Feel free to ask in the comments how it fares in the future. And yeah, see you in the next video.